This is a little note on color spaces. So here in Photoshop, you can check your color space that you're in and your ICC color profiles by going to Edit and down here to Color Settings. And for RGB, there's two really popular settings. One is sRGB, and that's the one pretty much everybody can see. And then there's also Adobe RGB. Adobe RGB is a little bit better than, actually it's a little more than better, a little more than a little bit better than sRGB. So I'm going to set mine to Adobe RGB, and then I'm going to use this default right here, US for CMYK, US web coded SWOP version 2, and I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to flip over to Illustrator, and I'm going to do the same thing. You want all your programs to be using the same color settings. I mean, that does make sense. Also, if you're working in Photoshop and Illustrator, which I assume you are, you want to be using the Adobe RGB color space, which is just a better, like I said, bigger color space. One little note here, you're going to notice I'm doing this with no file open, and that's because I want to change my color settings kind of permanently. I don't want them to go back to sRGB when I open the next file. If you were to have a file open here when you were changing your settings, all the Adobe programs would think that you were only changing that setting only for that file, and so when you opened up the program next time, it wouldn't be saved.